10 cruise secrets the crew will never tell you. Secret number 1. The cruise ship jail you were never supposed to know about. You think cruise ships are all about cocktails, sunshine, and luxury suites? Think again. Beneath the laughter and the lights, there's a room you'll never see, and trust me, you wouldn't want to. Deep below the passenger decks lies the ship's brig, a small, cold, windowless cell used to detain passengers who cross the line. It's not a legend. Every major cruise line has one. And yes, people do get locked inside. Fights, theft, drunken chaos, even assaults. When the party gets out of control, security steps in fast. And if you refuse to calm down, you're not going back to your cabin. You're going below. The brig isn't a hotel room. It's a metal box with a bed, a toilet, and nothing else. No phone, no freedom. Just waiting until the next port, where the local authorities are waiting for you. So next time you're on a cruise and hear the security code, Bravo, 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 remember, somewhere below deck, someone's having a very different kind of vacation. Secret number 2. The cameras you never knew existed. You might think you're finally free, far from rules, far from work, far from anyone watching you. But the truth is, on a cruise ship, you're never truly alone. From bars to corridors, from elevators to open decks, more than 2,000 hidden cameras silently record every move, every laugh, every argument. Security teams monitor them 24/7, not just for safety, but to make sure no scandal, no fight, no secret goes unnoticed. They see everything, even the moments you thought were private. So next time, you look around and think no one's watching. Remember, the ship always is. Secret number 3. The hidden world beneath the decks. Passengers enjoy cocktails, parties, and the carefree ocean breeze. But beneath their feet, a completely different world exists. Deep under the decks lies a restricted zone where tourists are never allowed. That's where the crew lives. Hundreds of people who keep this floating city alive. Down there, in the underground city, they have everything. Their own bar, shops, salon, even a mini club where they celebrate after long days. There are no luxury suites, but there's friendship, exhaustion, and silence, the kind passengers above will never hear. 2 realities, one above the other. And only those who work below deck know the real price behind someone else's vacation. Secret number 4. What you drink isn't what you think. The water on a cruise ship looks crystal clear. But do you know where it really comes from? Beneath the decks, among steel and noise, massive desalination systems work non-stop, turning seawater into drinking water. Every drop you drink was once part of the ocean. It passes through filters, membranes, and chemical treatments until it becomes safe to drink. But even then, tiny traces of salt, metal, and disinfectant remain. For most people, it's just water. But the crew knows the taste of purity here is man-made, not natural. So next time you take a sip, remember, you're drinking the ocean itself. Secret number 5. The crew that almost never sleeps. When you wake up in your luxury cabin with an ocean view, someone else has already been awake for hours. On a cruise ship, the cruise day starts before sunrise and ends long after passengers go to bed. 12, sometimes 14 hours of work every single day. No weekends, no holidays, no right to say I'm tired. They sleep 4 to 5 hours in windowless rooms where the only sounds are the engines and the pounding of waves against metal. For passengers, it's a vacation. For them, it's a never-ending shift that lasts for months. And tomorrow, they'll wake up first, again, to make your sea seem effortless. Secret number 6. Passengers who overpay without knowing it. You think you bought your dream cruise for a good price? Here's the truth. Most passengers overpay by 2 or even 3 times without realizing it. When you book directly through the company's website, you pay for marketing, commissions, and convenience. But the crew and seasoned travelers know the exact same cabins can be 20, 30, even 50% cheaper through internal discounts. Inside the crew community, there are secret crew rates, internal fares that regular tourists never see. They're passed around privately or through unofficial channels, while passengers above deck believe they got the best deal. Even drinks, Wi-Fi, and premium packages cost more than they should. Because on the ship, one rule never changes. Everything that looks free is already in your overpayment, and the crew just watches and stays silent because they know where the company's real profit comes from. So, next time you think you got a discount, look closer. On a cruise, the winner isn't who pays, but who knows how not to. Secret number 7. The blacklist of passengers who will never sail again on a cruise ship. You might feel free, but there's one list you never want to be on. It's called the blacklist, an internal record of passengers permanently banned from all ships of the company. Reasons vary: aggression, theft, smuggling, or simply too many complaints from others. Sometimes just one incident is enough for your name to stay there forever. You won't get invitations. You won't be able to book. The system will simply deny your request. Cruise lines share these lists with one another, and if you lose your reputation on one ship, the doors close across the entire ocean. While others prepare for new journeys, your sea remains only on a screen. Secret number 8. The secret alarm codes passengers should never hear. While you enjoy the sun and the sea, the crew listens closely to every word and every signal on the radio. Because sometimes ordinary words mean something very different. On board, there's a hidden code system passengers aren't meant to understand. Code Alpha, medical emergency. Code Bravo, fire on board. Code Oscar, man overboard. Code Papa, pollution threat. They speak calmly, without panic, so no one realizes there's danger. One wrong reaction could cause panic among 4,000 people. That's why each signal is part of a game. One only the crew knows how to play. So if you ever hear an unfamiliar word over the loudspeaker, don't ask what it means, because maybe it's better you don't know. Secret number 9. The real crew parties passengers never see. When the last passenger returns to their cabin, a different kind of life begins on board. Below deck, in restricted areas where filming is forbidden, the crew throws their own parties. No guests, no bosses, no rules. Down there, no one wears uniforms or smiles on schedule. It's the only hour a day when they can truly be themselves. For tourists, a cruise is a vacation. For them, it's hard work. But below deck, amid the hum of engines and the scent of steel, real friendships are born. It's their little world, their freedom, their way of surviving the endless routine. And while you see only the sparkle of the decks above, the real life of the ship happens where the light doesn't reach. Secret number 10. Forbidden love between crew and passengers. Cruises are full of stories, adventures, escapes, laughter. But there are stories they never print in brochures. Between crew members and passengers, there's one rule: no romance. But the sea has its own laws. They fall in love where they shouldn't, in a place where every glance can cost a job. If management finds out, it's fines, deportation, contract termination. So it all happens in the shadows. Quick meetings, hidden notes, stolen moments that last longer than the cruise itself. Then the ship sails away. New people, new sea, new story. And what remains is only a memory between the waves. On a ship, everything goes through a safety check, except feelings. The sea holds more secrets than we can ever imagine. And even when the ship disappears beyond the horizon, the truth remains beneath the waves. If you want to discover more hidden sides of cruise life, subscribe, because the next secret might just change how you see the ocean forever. Which of these 10 secrets surprised you the most? Tell me in the comments.